Hello, Tamara here. Nice of you to join me, and a very warm welcome to my channel. It's lovely to have you here with me today. Now this is going to be a very special project for me to share with you, because this is my entry into the Graphic 45 design team call for 2023. So fingers and toes crossed that I make it. I've decided to use the Life's A Bowl of Cherries paper collection. I absolutely love this collection. As soon as I saw it, I pre-ordered it. I just love the colours, the designs, the 1950s feel of what I think would be 1950s type, maybe a recipe book type thing. So I just fell in love with it. I really did. So that's why I've used it. Now for this I had the 12x12 collection pack. So I also had the patterns and solids and an 8x8 pad as well. Now I used all bar of one of the 8x8 papers. Probably a half of the patterns and solids, but probably only about 4 pieces from the actually the patterned paper collection out of the 12x12, and I've still got loads left over, so I will be able to I will be able to make another project with what I had left. So what I've done with mine is I used, for the 12x12, I used 2 of the sheets, which were the cut apart sheets on the front, because I'm a symmetry girl. I like to have a bit of symmetry. So I've cut out those 2 borders to match. I've also cut out that tag element as well, and again I used the other tag element because I've made that a 3D element on the front there. So I used those 2 there. Now with my background paper of the front cover, I tend to try and use quite muted, not so much patterned paper. I like to use a plainer pattern on the front of my albums, especially if you're going to add lots of different elements on top, because you really want those elements to pop out of the front cover. So I tend to go for a more less of a patterned on the front of my albums. So I've used from the patterns and solids, the red, and then I've carried the red through onto the spine. Now I didn't have enough to go all the way around the actual book, so I used the blue one, which is exactly the same pattern as the red one, and I thought that went really well. And then this is just the edging of what was left from my spine, so I've just edged that little piece there. So then, just to keep it all together, I've used the last of that red patterned paper that I had on the closure of my album. So this is a 4-paged album, but you can fit an extra page in the middle if you so wished. I've just really bulked my album out, so I wouldn't have had enough space in there to put another page. If I hadn't have done one particular page the way I did, I would have had loads of space. But I didn't want to bulk it out too much and then you not be able to put your photos in there as well. So I was a bit mindful of that. So let's dive into my book. So I've got a magnetic closure on the front that is holding these 2 lovely swivel closures on. So my magnets are hidden in the middle of these closures here, so I haven't got any raised pieces where the magnets would be. Now I will be doing this as a tutorial as well, which will be coming in the very near future, so please watch out for that as well. So coming on to the front cover and the back, sorry, the front inside and the back inside covers are exactly the same, apart from there's one element that is different. Apart from there, I've used different papers. There's one element that's different. Now, I'll let you into a little secret to tell you what it is. Now, I did the back one first. Now, so if I turn over and show you the back one. So, I did the back one first, and I pattern pieced it. I added it all together. I measured it all out. So, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of my waterfall flaps that are on the back, like so. So what I've done with these, instead of using the full scrap of paper to cover your waterfall feature, because you will have your photo on there, you're not actually going to see a very much of your pattern paper. So all I've done is just added a 1/2 inch of your pattern paper, just enough so that I can pattern match it all the way down. So you've got nice space at the top here for more photos. So you can put 6x4 photos on here. Now the ones inside, these ones are a little smaller. These will take your 4x3 photos with a little journaling spot on the side, or you could have two 3x2 photos on there. And again, you've got photo space on the front and the back of those waterfalls, as well as on the closure. Again, I've used the magnets to help keep everything all nice and neat and closed off. Now, for an added bonus on my closure for my waterfall, I've added this tag pocket or tag holder. So these are fully functional tags that you can bring out. These come out of your tags and you can then interchange them, and just so that you can see what's going on inside that tag pocket, I've just used some acetate on the front. Now these little tag designs are from the little die cut pack that you can get, that's got loads of tags in. It's got loads of different decorative elements as well as some little ephemera pieces as well. So it's really handy little set to get. So that's the back. Now, as I said, the front cover is exactly the same as the back, but with a difference. Again, I measured them all out, and when I got to the top, I thought, oh, I've got more space up there. So this one has got an added another waterfall flap. So this has actually got 10, whereas this one's got 9. So page 1 is my tag holders that we talked about earlier, and so I've got one that's got an acetate front and one that is just a plain front. So we'll talk about the one with the plain front first. So if I take this out here, this is my plain fronted tag holder. I've just added a little decorative pocket on the side there, and then added a tag book on the front that goes in there. Now this is held in place by some magnets. If you didn't want to use magnets, you could use a photo closure on there. You could use a little belly band, you could use ribbon. There's lots of different things that you could do if you haven't got magnets. In the top of the little tag pull out, sorry, the booklet pull out, there is a little pocket there that you can just slot in something small. So that is that page. Now again, this page here, now this keeps moving because I was unsure of what to do. So I was unsure whether I liked it on or if I liked it off. I actually think I prefer it on, so I'm going to stick that onto the front of my acetate. So again, these tags pull out, so they just fit in like so. And then on the back, I've added a little pocket so that they can stick to. So on the back of this, I've added some little pull-out tags that you can pull out, and then more space there for your journaling and photos, and they are both the same. And then I've just added this little decorative feature of a little paper clip where you can just stick some little memorabilia on there. This here is from that die cut little ephemera piece pack I was telling you about, and this is one of, I would call it the rectangle designs that I've used, and I've made that into a little tiny tuck spot there where you can just add some extra elements in. So on to page 2. So page 2 is a pocket flap page. So I've added a little tag here, tab pull here with a magnet enclosed so that it keeps it all nice and closed. If you haven't got magnets, again, you can use photo closures on there, work really well, or you could use a belly band slot that slots over, which would be really good. So we've got a pocket in the front there with a long photo mat in. These are sized to fit your 3x2 photos. So opening it up, and we've got another pocket on the inside of that flap as well with the same type of tag photo mat with, you can put 3, 4, 5 3x4 photos on there, 2x3 photos on there. And then on the actual base page, I've got a secret pocket slot that unless you knew it was there, you wouldn't see it. And I've just added the same sort of style length photo mat so that it all matches on that page there. So in the top of these pockets here, there is also another photo mat in there like so, and this will hold a 6x4 photo on either side. So you could put your 6x4 here and then add a little journal spot down one side. So I'm just going to put those in. And what I've done with these is I've just cut up some 2-inch square pieces of the pattern paper that were scraps and just added them to make a pattern. So I'll put that round this way, like so. So coming on to page 4, it is 2 booklets that interlock. So you've got one booklet here that you can pull out, and on the front I've used one of the pieces from that die cut ephemera pack, and on here I've then added, this is a 4x3 photo mat, and this is a journaling spot on here, and I've put a journaling spot on the back and then just used my patterned paper that was scraps, and then that is held together by magnets. And then this one here, which is the anchor piece, this houses your 4x3 photo mats as well on both sides there, and you could put one on the front and also on the back. So then we're back to the second page of part of page 1. So I've done a little bit different here, whereas on here I've added some little banners that came in that die cut pack, and same here with the Life is Sweet label here, that came from that pack, and also the Life's a Bowl of Cherries that came in from that pack as well. So again, these are pull out tags that again for photos or whatever, and then this is the full page full tag holder back, and again it's that little booklet there. But on the front here I've added a little pull-out tag. That is just a little secret thing then. Added some lace on the front. So put that all back, and this is held together again, as I say, with some magnets, and these pull out as well. So on the back of that page, so we're on to page 6 now, and we've got those pull out little tags that I've made with the paper clips. But with this one, this page mirrors it. I've added a little tuck spot here that's held together by a journaling spot, and then just added some of the embellishments just as a little feature. So this one here is a little tag tuck spot as well, so you've got 2 tuck spots there for extra photos. And again, lifting it up, we've got that long photo mat inside, and again on the outside there as well. So moving on to the page 8, and again this is that same tag booklet holder, where you've got 2 that interlock together like so, with more photo mats in. And then we've done the back as well, because we did that at first. So then we come on obviously to the back. I had an extra piece of one of those die cut pieces from that pack, so I just placed it there. I just thought that gave a nice effect there. I didn't put one on this side. For one, I didn't have one, but I didn't want to add something different, so I just left that one blank. So then that all closes up, and it is nice and secure in there, and it's not going to pull open. It will do obviously if you push it, but it is nice and secure in there, and it does take quite a bit to open that out. So thanks ever so much for watching my video. Fingers crossed that I get into the Graphic 45. I've been waiting all year for the design team call for Graphic 45. Their papers are just the best in the business. They really are. So it would mean an awful lot, and I've got so many ideas that I would like to do. So thanks for watching. I will be back with the tutorial for this very shortly. Don't forget to comment down below on the paper pads that you would like me to use from Graphic 45, and I will use the one that's the most popular. So wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing, please have the most amazing day, and I will see you again on the next one.